Yes, Madam Kamara, first of all, very pleased to grant us this opportunity to have this interview with you. Well, we know very well what is happening at the moment is about Dominic Ongwen, one of the LRA commanders who decided to surrender. But our first question would be, what should we expect for the pre-trial that is just coming up hours away, I would say, which is of course tomorrow?
Dominic Ongwen will appear for the first time before a single judge of pre-trial chamber 2. And what does it entail? It's called the initial appearance. At the ICC, when a suspect surrenders or is arrested or is in the custody of the court, the identity of the suspect has to be verified, first of all. The judge will thereafter decide or direct which language the proceedings will be conducted, ensuring that he also knows he has right before the court.
So after getting all these acquaintances and knowledge that people now have got to know what exactly is in the pre-trial, so when do we see the real trial start up from this? The
initial appearance is one of such activities in the list of pre-trial activities. The chamber will decide or try to set a schedule when the next stage will commence, which is confirmation of charges hearings. At the ICC, no case goes to trial without going a process of confirmation of charges. Call it a filter process. This is the process wherein the judges ensure that no case goes to trial if they are not fully satisfied that there is substantial grounds to believe that the suspect may have a case to answer.
How did ICC come to select Helena Sise as Dominic Ongwen's legal counsel?
Because of the shortness of this type of process, there is always what is called duty counsel assigned by the court for a short term. Helen was confirmed, was assigned in a letter submitted to her to represent Dominic Ongwen for the initial period lasting up to the initial appearance. So this is a temporary assignment. At the next stage, after the initial appearance, Dominic Ongwen will have the opportunity to be sat, to be walked through the list of counsel, people that are eligible to practice at the ICC, including Ugandans. There are several Ugandans on the list of counsel. I remember in 2010, we launched a huge campaign encouraging not only African lawyers or African female lawyers, but encouraging Ugandans to enlist on the ICC list of counsels for such issues.
Now that you've talked about Ugandan lawyers who are in the team, of course, to represent Ongwen in the ICC, have you got any requests from the government of Uganda with intentions to represent Dominic Ongwen?
We have to understand that at the ICC, individuals are charged of the various crimes for which they are before the court. So all the time it is the ICC versus an individual. It's not the ICC versus a state. The state of Uganda is not on trial. So in terms of representation, the government of Kenya, of Uganda as an entity, cannot represent Dominic Ongwen.
So at what stage do we see the victims coming to participate?
Over the years, participation of victims in terms of modalities differ from chamber to chamber, from situation to situation. So at a particular time, the judges will advise, judges of pre-trial chamber that are seized of this matter will advise at which stage the victims will participate. But it is important to know that not all victims will come in person in the courtroom.
And looking at that now, would Ongwen's charges be, can they be amended to include the crimes which are post-2005?
This is entirely for the Office of the Prosecutor to request, and the responsibility of the judges to decide whether or not they will accept the request. As of now, currently, no such requests have been brought to the judges, and we cannot speculate the outcome of whether or not such a request will be made by the Office of the Prosecutor. So it's entirely up to the prosecutor.
And how will the ICC, address the question of Dominic Ongwen being a victim and a perpetrator at the same time?
When or if we get to that stage, the judges will analyze the fact, the circumstances of the suspect at a particular stage, and determine how to proceed and advise the parties and participants on the context of that particular situation. we haven't started. This is what a lot of people are saying out there, that Dominic Ongwen could be what you proposed. But this is entirely for the judges to analyze the fact, the circumstance within the particular stage, and at which stage he became commander when he had the responsibility to do what the office of the prosecutor had alleged.